Sometimes, in the heat of the moment, our emotions can lead us down paths we later regret. Impulsive anger, paralyzing fear, or a burst of jealousy can leave scars on our relationships and on ourselves. But what if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that can teach you to remain composed even in the most challenging situations? That philosophy is Stoicism, and one of its key principles is the temperance. Stoic temperance isn't just about moderation or self-control, it's a deep understanding of our impulses and emotions and the ability to respond to them wisely. It's the art of self-discipline, of not getting swept away by those tumultuous waves of feelings, but learning to surf them gracefully. So, why should you learn about temperance? Because it grants you incredible freedom. A freedom from being enslaved by your immediate reactions. It provides you with mental clarity that allows you to make decisions based on values, not fleeting impulses. And most importantly, it enables you to build stronger and more genuine relationships, as you're not constantly reacting, but acting from a place of true understanding. But how do you incorporate this temperance into your routine? Let's dive straight into 10 foolproof methods. Point number 1. Cognitive distancing. In a world that constantly bombards us with stimuli and emotions, it can be a challenge not to get caught up in the whirlwind of feelings. Cognitive distancing is like a mental oasis amidst that chaos. When faced with an emotionally charged situation, we tend to see ourselves completely engrossed in it, losing the ability to think clearly. However, imagine for a moment that you could elevate your perspective and observe yourself and the situation from above, as if you were a bird soaring in the sky. From this viewpoint, problems might seem much smaller and more manageable. By practicing this kind of distancing, you reduce the emotional impact and allow yourself to make more rational and balanced decisions. Second method. Understand what you can control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not events that disturb us, but our interpretation of those events." One of the most common sources of agitation is trying to control things that are beyond our grasp. Instead of fretting over the uncontrollable, focus your energy on what you can change. For instance, we can't control the weather, but we can carry an umbrella if rain is forecasted. We can't control the actions of others, but we can control how we react to them. By internalizing this Stoic principle, you will reduce frustration and find serenity even amidst chaos. 3. Daily reflection. Self-reflection is a powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal. It's not just about thinking about your day, but analyzing it with a critical and understanding eye. Set aside a moment each night, before sleeping, to consider the situations you encountered. Were there times when you felt your emotions were about to overflow? How did you react, and how did you feel afterward? By asking yourself these questions, you begin to notice patterns in your behavior. By identifying these patterns, you can anticipate your future reactions and train yourself to respond in a more measured and reflective manner. Repeating this exercise strengthens your self-awareness, allowing you to see emotions coming before they take over. Number 4. Practice visualization. This Stoic technique involves more than just imagining scenarios. It's a profound exercise where you immerse yourself in challenging situations and visualize yourself handling them with grace and temperance. Imagine you're in a heated argument with someone. Feel the tension in the air, the urge to retort, the anger bubbling up. Now, instead of succumbing to confrontation, visualize yourself taking that pause, breathing deeply, and responding with calm and clarity. By doing this exercise regularly, you are reprogramming your mind to face real-life conflicts with a Stoic demeanor. It's like training for your mind, preparing it for future challenges. 5. Pause before reacting. Emotions, especially strong ones, can feel like a whirlwind threatening to sweep you away. However, a simple pause can be the anchor you need. Upon feeling anger, fear, frustration, or any intense emotion, take a conscious pause. Breathe deeply, feel the air fill your lungs, and exhale slowly. These seconds of pause act as a firewall, giving your mind the space it needs not to act impulsively. Moreover, this space allows logic and reason to come back to the forefront, enabling you to view the situation from a broader, often less emotional perspective. 6. Negative visualization exercise. This method has its roots in the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. Instead of always hoping everything goes as planned, a Stoic would regularly practice imagining potential challenges or setbacks. For instance, they might think about how they would react if they lost their job, if a loved one fell ill, or if they faced some disaster. The idea isn't to be pessimistic, but to mentally and emotionally prepare for possible adversities. Over time, this practice helps reduce anxiety because when you face unexpected challenges, your mind has already experienced and processed that event, granting you greater resilience and the ability to handle it calmly. 7. Practice gratitude. Stoics understood the immense value of focusing on what's present and what one has, rather than what's missing. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with messages about what we lack or what we could have, it's easy to lose sight of what we already possess. Gratitude reconnects you with those positive aspects of your life. It can be as simple as being thankful for a roof over your head, a warm meal, or the company of friends and family. Modern research also backs the benefits of gratitude, showing it can enhance mental health, well-being, and life satisfaction. 8. Active acceptance. It's easy to get confused thinking that acceptance means resignation or passivity. However, active acceptance is a Stoic approach that's about recognizing what's out of our control, while decisively acting on what we can influence. Instead of expending energy lamenting or resisting the inevitable, it focuses on actions and attitudes that can better the situation. It's like the saying, change what I cannot accept and accept what I cannot change. This approach is empowering and prevents one from feeling victimized by circumstances. 9. Reevaluate and redefine your judgments. Our perception of reality is heavily influenced by our judgments and beliefs. Stoics argued that it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. If you find yourself in a stressful situation, it's helpful to pause and question the truth and utility of your judgments. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking this is a disaster, it might be useful to reconsider whether it's truly a disaster or merely an inconvenience. By questioning and adjusting your judgments, you can lessen the intensity of your emotional responses and approach situations with a more balanced perspective. 10. Stoic reading and meditation. Ancient Stoic texts, like Marcus Aurelius' Meditations or Seneca's Letters to Lucilius, are true treasures of wisdom that have stood the test of time. These writings not only offer profound reflections on life, but also practical tools to face its challenges. Setting aside a moment each day to delve into these works is like having a conversation with a wise mentor. These teachings provide you with a guide, a mental framework, that you can invoke in turbulent times. Repeatedly reflecting on these texts solidifies their teachings in your mind, giving you an internal manual to navigate life's storms with grace and balance. If you found this information helpful, please give it a like. Your support makes a difference. Thank you, and see you next time.